Hi, so this is a series of videos I'm making about a library that I made called JavaSound that helps you easily add music into your Java program. And also the other goals were to make it easy to add new songs and new instruments. So for this first video, I'm going to basically walk through the introduction library, how to install it, and how to add a new song. The library is under MIT license. Basically, that's just a fancy way to say you're allowed to take it and do whatever you want to it. So in Java, it basically takes all this code to have Java play one note for a couple seconds, just to play like a middle C and just kind of go ding. That's the code it takes. And my goal was to simplify this out to make it more approachable. So it's easier to use in your programs. So the kind of goal was to get down to playing a song in one line, to be able to say saintsong.play and pass in an instrument and have it play it. It's not quite there, but it's pretty close. More than that right now. So to make this project on your computer, basically you're going to go File, Import, and then Projects, Next, Clone URI, and then you have to type this in, and then hit Next a bunch of times and finish. So let's go ahead and do that. So I've got a workspace, a new workspace. I'm going to do File, Import, Project from Get, Clone URI, and then you have to, so when you do it, it's going to look like that. You'll have to put that in, and then just this one line here, and it types in the rest for you. Say next, master, yep, next, 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 and now there's a finish button. Finish. Great. You may have to click restore to have it show up all the little workspace stuff. I usually close out the welcome screen. Great, so what have we got? Now we've got bunch of files. So there's our sound demo. We're going to go ahead and run that. Here we go. Great. So what we heard first was this Saints song. So we made a new Saints song, pass it to the piano, call play, and then when the song's done, we close it. And then the second song we heard was Computer Tone Song. We pass in a piano, set play, and close it. So those are the two songs. And this is the code you'd have to put in your main method or in whatever method you wanted to play those songs. So that was pretty exciting. Let's next talk about the instruments. So there's a few instruments, and in Java, basically it's using 0 through 127 for the instruments that it has, and there's actually a Wikipedia article with all the instruments that it uses. In the Wikipedia article, it's numbers 1 through 128 instead of 0 through 127 like computer people like. So you're going to have to subtract one if you want that. So quick look at that article. So here's the different instruments that it supports, all kinds of instruments. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the code, and let's comment out the second song. And instead of acoustic piano, we will do bird tweet. Great, bird tweet, love it. So that is instrument 124, but in Java we have to say 123 because it's 0 through 127 instead of 1 through 128. So now let's go ahead and add music box. So music box is 11. So we are going to say public static final int music box equals, you could say 10 right here, but let's just say 11 minus 1 so it's easier for the next person to remember what value we wanted. And then we have to switch our song to say we want to use a music box. Cool. Great. So that was fairly straightforward how to change the instruments by just put the dot and type in the new instrument name, and then also using JS instrument to add our own instruments, any values we want from that Wikipedia thing. So the Saint song that is actually playing, this version I downloaded this sheet music off the internet, and it's different than the one that I have in my slides. It's in a different key, so basically this one starts C, E, F, G, C, E, F, G, and the one I had downloaded was A, C sharp, D, E, A, C sharp, D, E. So just different notes, and then these are notes, and then there's also rests, and these are the rests. You can usually find on the internet sheet music, and a lot of them have the letters spelled out for you, so you don't have to actually know how to read music. A circle with a line is called a quarter note. A circle that's empty with a line is a half, and a circle like this is a whole note. So when you're doing them, you have to say, is it a quarter, a half, or a whole? And then these rests are quarter rests, and these are half rests. So let's go ahead and I'm going to make a new song, new class. We'll call it another Saint song. And we're going to take our Saint song code and just copy and paste it into here. We're not copying and pasting the last curly brace or the class name because we want it to be called another Saint song as our class name. So when we save that, we see that this has Saint song. It needs to say another Saint song. Cool. So now just jump down to load song. So in this sheet music, we had a quarter rest, and then quarter, 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 whole, quarter rest, quarter, 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 whole. This one had quarter rest, quarter, 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 whole, quarter rest, quarter, 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 whole. So it's the same beat. And so it's C, E, F, G. So let's go ahead and change that. C, oops, capital. C, E, F, G, C, E, F, G, C, E, F, G, C, E, F, G. So we did C, E, F, G, C, E, F, G, C, E, F, G, and then it's E, C, E, D. E. Okay. And so that was quarter, 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 whole. Oh, sorry, half, 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 whole. Half, 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 whole. Great. Let's go back here. let's go ahead and run that. Cool, so it's just in a different key. And so that's how we would make a brand new song from sheet music. So that's pretty exciting. Then one other thing I wanted to talk about that we didn't talk about was there's this JS beat, there's quarter, half, and whole. And that's all that there are in here. And basically a quarter note is worth a quarter note, half note is double that, and a whole note is 4 times that. This note here, I don't know what you call it, but it's worth 3 beats. So it's like a half and a dot. So it's worth 3 beats. So let's call that a half dot. And we'll say that's 3 beats. Great. So now we have that note if we want to use it. So we got to here. Let's go ahead and try to play this rest of the piece. So we need it was a half rest. And then an E. And then a D. And then a C. Half. And then it was a rest for a quarter. So we've got to here. Now we have a quarter. Note that's a C, and then an E is a half, and a G, is a half, and a G is a quarter. And an F is a half dot, the new thing we added. Great, so that gets us to here. Let's go ahead and let's finish it up. What do you say? Hopefully we can get that done. Half rest, an E, and we have an F, a G, E, racing against this thing because my video only has 15 minutes worth of length. All right, great. And I've got about 2 seconds left.